Hi student, this is for bca-4th-sem student and today topic is multithreading. So what is thread? Thread is a basically subparts or subprograms of a program or process, and it is a unit of a program or process. What is the multithreading? Multithreading is a concept by which program is divided into two or more subprograms which can be implemented at same time in parallel. So suppose as an example, suppose you are a programmer and you are doing one code and it takes 100 times, but you will want to divide your program and you will give those subparts into four programmers, and four programmers will do their work and it is done by 25 minutes. Why it is done by 25 minutes? Because code was divided into four parts and those parts are done or worked properly and parallelly by four programmers. That's why it will take 25 minutes, which is less than 100 minutes, and that's why it is uh, time less consuming and also efficient because it is done frequently concurrently by uh, four programmers. So basically the motto is the one work is divided into several parts and those several parts are done parallelly and concurrently. And what is multitasking? Multitasking is the process. It is the process of executing several tasks simultaneously. Suppose in your computer you are chatting in Facebook, parallelly same and simultaneously you are listening some music. So same time you are doing two different works. So this is the multitasking concept. And very important, what is difference between multitasking and multi-threading, which may come in your exam. So basically multi-threading is the concept which program or process is divided into two or more subprograms and or threads that are executed at the same time in parallel, where in multitasking it is operating system concept in which multiple tasks are performed simultaneously. In multithreading supports execution of multiple parts of single program simultaneously. In multitasking, it supports execution of multiple programs simultaneously. And multithreading, it is highly efficient, and multitasking, it is less efficient in comparison to multithreading. And thread is the smallest unit, I have already told, in multithreading, and a program or process is the smallest unit in multitasking environment. So if you want to benefits of multithreading, so those benefits are one, enable programmers to do multiple things at one time. Two, programmers can divide a long program into threads and execute them in parallel, which eventually increase speed of program execution. 3. Improve performance and concurrency. And 4. Simultaneous access to multiple application. So this is the basically concept of multi-threading. Now I want to show the life cycle of any thread. Now before this life cycle, I want to say that every time you will see that output of multithreading will give the different output. Why? Because multithreading basically depends on CPU speed and CPU scheduling. This is CPU scheduling. Speed is the concept of operating system, which is basically the concept where multiple programs will wait for execution into the CPU, and those programs or those sub programs or those process basically will wait a long time, and it has a different priority, and which has highest priority, that programs will run fast. In the same way, in a thread also wait in a CPU queue, and which has the highest priority, that thread will run before than lowest priority. So this is the multithreading output concept, and which will give you the random output, and which basically depend on totally CPU scheduling. So let's discuss life cycle of thread. When in a CPU queue for ready to execution, where multiple programs or multiple process are waiting for execution in CPU, that time each and every process or sub process or thread create their own ID, their own name, or their own creation. So same way, thread has also life cycle, where threads creates thread creation is started, then thread running started, thread dates or stop is doing. So here you can see newborn, where any thread is any thread creation is here, and this is done by start method. After creation any thread, it is execution for any program, and this is doing using run method. And runnable stages, thread is ready for execution or waiting for processor, and this is doing join method. And date, basically after doing this process, stop method will be happened using stop method, and it is also called dead state. And blocked, suppose in your CPU queue there has highest priority, and highest priority gets executed fast, and before any lowest priority, that time lowest priority gets blocked using sleep method, and it will again run using resume method from block state. So basically life cycle of thread, it has the 5 stages. One is newborn, then running, runnable, blocked, and dead. And so I want to discuss some other methods: is alive, sleep, stop, get name, get ID, set priority, yield, join. Join is basically when one thread is wait for another thread execution after another thread execution. And is alive means it is gives the status of any thread is alive, still is running or not. Sleep is basically stop or wait for any execution. Sleep means is hold the some time for execution. Stop means totally stop the execution. Get name, and by this method you gets the name of thread. By get ID you gets the ID of the thread. And set priority, it basically set priority and get priority used for setting the priority of any thread. And yield method is basically the holes, it is the same as a sleep, but sleep is a sleep. Second is a unit is used, but is a yield is basically method by which any condition will occur. Suppose if I equal to 2, then that time yield will be occurred. And yield means after when you will put 2, it will goes to the another prime thread. Means it is for context switching between two thread. One thread goes to another thread using any condition. So these are the methods. And next is what is the thread creation, and by which we can create the thread. There are two methods. One is runnable interface and another is inheritance. So next lecture I will show the thread creation and also use of these methods, and also I will show the synchronized concept where I will differentiate that between join and synchronize. Synchronize and join same concept, little bit different, where join is used for multiple thread creation and synchronize is used particular thread creation. And in a multi-thread, join has to mention in all threads, but synchronize has to mention particular threads. That's why synchronize method is used or used frequently better than join method. And I will show the how randomly output will be shown in a multi-thread programming, and how will synchronize, how will give the proper synchronized or proper output rather than random output using synchronized keyword. So that's about the multi-threading. Thank you.